Brilliance Audio presents Below the Bones by Kendra Elliot, performed by Christine Williams. Jerry Hooper scratched his gray beard as he pushed a fir branch out of his path. The morning May air was cool in the deep forest of Bishop State Park, and he had decided a hike on the island would clear the fuzzy cobwebs from his brain. He always sampled new marijuana from his distributors. As a longtime connoisseur of pot, he found it important to share his personal opinion of each variety with his buyers. He took pride in Buzz's pot shop's wares, but last night's sample had created a miserable morning. "I won't be carrying this garbage in the store," he muttered. "Can't think at all today." He stopped in a clearing, appreciating the sight of the dense mist that hovered over the tall grass. "Rocky, here, boy," he shouted, wondering where the dog had wandered. Rocky's hearing wasn't too sharp, and he usually stuck close. Jerry checked the time. 9:15. The sign on his store's door stated he opened at 9, so it was nearly time for him to head back to North Sound to set up shop for the day. To him, the opening time was an estimate, not a definite. As summer came closer, the tourists had started to crowd the streets and stores of Widow's Island in the Salish Sea off the coast of the state of Washington. The out-of-staters loved to browse in his store, giggling at the jars of weed they couldn't legally buy back home, and slyly hinting they wanted a sample. As if he'd never been asked that before. The tourists annoyed the hell out of him. Lots of lookers, few buyers, especially when they learned he was a cash-only business. The island residents respected his business. Mainlanders treated it like a freak show. Almost made him miss the days before marijuana was legalized in Washington and he sold only pot paraphernalia. And a little homegrown marijuana on the side. He cupped his hands around his mouth. "Rocky!" The tall grass on the far side of the clearing shuddered, and he watched the wiggling of the stems move toward him. "Good boy." The dog burst out of the grass, happiness and pride in his dark eyes, a new bone between his teeth. Rocky sat at Jerry's feet and dropped his prize. Jerry stared at the bone, blinking several times, his brain still slightly fogged. "No way," he mumbled. He crouched to get a closer look and got a sloppy kiss from Rocky. He rubbed the dog's head, dread growing in his stomach. A life-size plastic skeleton had hung in the corner of his store for 20 years, the educational type found in a high school science room. Many shoppers had wanted to buy it, but Jerry wouldn't part with Mr. Bones. Jerry sucked in a deep breath. He'd dusted the skeleton enough times to be pretty confident that Rocky had found a human femur.